Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Techegy Live Black Friday Special Edition. I'm JC here with MC and JM, and we've got some deals that we found, some things that we want to buy. We like buying things. I specifically like buying things, and I'm sure you guys like buying cool things to play with as well. If anybody forgets who we are, that's because you haven't seen us in like 7 months, but we're back, and we have some possibly interesting things to talk about. Maybe not, I don't know. So anyways, what's up, guys? Right before I hit the go live, I had, oh boy, wait a minute, is this recording? Okay. Yes, it is now. I can't remember if it auto records on when it streams live, doesn't it? I don't know. Anyways, right before I hit the go live button, I completely blanked on like what I was going to say. It just was gone out of my head. I forgot. And I was literally concerned that I was just going to come back on and just sit here and be like,
I mean, like we normally do.
Yeah, like we normally do. You know, we when we record these things, not so much with the live ones, but we can always go back and like restart, but we never do. We just we hit the gas pedal and pull our hands off the wheel and we just let it go.
Yep. We just screw up twice as bad anyway, so just go with the first screw up.
First one's always, yeah.
First one's the best one.
The first screw up's the best screw up. So we do have some stuff to talk about tonight. Like I said, it's mostly going to be about some Black Friday deals, some things that we want, or a couple of things that we just recently purchased that were deals in that. And I'm going to do live purchase tonight. Everybody gets to see me buy something tonight. You're not going to get to see my credit card number. I was just going to say, we will make sure that there will be no credit card numbers on the stream.
Yeah.
Unless John, you'd like to offer your credit card number up. No? Okay.
No, I don't want to do that.
I mean,
mine's already maxed out, so it wouldn't help.
Did you max that out today?
I maxed it out long ago. No.
Oh, not just today.
Not just today.
Perfect.
Roger.
I'm gonna open this beer like ASMR really close to the microphone.
Yeah, no problem. Go for it.
Did anybody hear that?
I didn't hear a thing.
You didn't hear it? Oh, you did?
I don't have any good hearing. I don't have good hearing.
I got okay. Well, I might be down a mic. I just got beer in my microphone when I opened it.
Oh no.
And I don't have my normal microphone with me, like the boom microphone. I don't have that. So
all right.
What was that? Why were you doing that?
What, me?
Yeah, you were going woo 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 woo.
Yeah, I'm ready to talk about Black Friday deals.
Well, talk about Black Friday deals then.
All right,
JM.
so I'm gonna go ahead and share screen here, and Micro Center's got some good deals on a few things, and let me just highlight a few of them. I don't know. Let me see if I can zoom in here and make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. But one of the things they have that's a really good deal, I think, anyway, if you're in the market for it, is the Airpod Pros. They're normally $249. They're down to $189. Now, those are the latest ones, I believe. And then they have the generation before that. They have them for $114. One of the other things they have, if you're in the need for a webcam, they've got a Logitech C920S Pro HD webcam, which is normally $69, but the C920s are pretty good webcams, and you can't go wrong with Logitech. What else? Saw a few other things here. Oh, they have the Wyze security cameras are also on sale. The Wyze Cam 3 is $34. The Wyze Cam Pan, which is, I've never seen it that low. It's $20. It's normally like $39 regular price.
And The pan ones, those are they 360 or are they just like 180?
Let me think. They go.
Like how far do those pan
I think,
like left or
believe
right?
it or not, I think they do like a 270.
Like, okay, so almost the whole way around.
Almost, yeah, not quite
yeah.
all the way around. Yeah. There's like 90 degrees that it doesn't catch. But anyway, and then the Wisecam 2 is down a few dollars. And then the outdoor camera, I'm not sure about the outdoor cam, whether that's a good price or not, but I'm not sure if it's on sale or not. But I know for sure that the pan, the Wisecam pan is definitely a good deal if you're into the pan tilt zoom, and the Wisecam 3 is definitely a good price on that, because it was, I think, $49 when it came out, I believe. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Is that no, you're okay. That Logitech G, the SciTech Pro Flight Yoke system, is that for Microsoft Flight Simulator?
Works with Xbox Series X. Is he
down,
talking about the wait, which one? You talking about the 241?
To the left, two more.
Oh, the
169.
169. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, what else would you use it for? I mean, it's a flight system.
Well, I mean, it might be. I mean, there are other flight simulators, right? There are other.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, there's other games, and there's like fighter. You can. I mean, there's games.
Well, there's two open source flight simulators that I know of that maybe it would work with. I don't know. You'd probably have to check the specs on that. And then I think you mentioned this once to me before, John, but the the VCS is knocked down from 400 down to 250. We saw that at the when we were at the Monroeville, Pennsylvania retro gaming convention here recently. So and then what else? Apple Watch, if you're into Apple Watches, the Series 3 is down. The 38 millimeter is down to 169, and the Series 3 42 is down to 189. Trying to think if there's anything else I saw. Those were this was the other one right here, a Sandisk. This is a really good deal. Sandisk 1 terabyte portable SSD. This is normally about, I think it's roughly about $149, and it's down to $99. So that's a pretty good deal as well. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I didn't check too much about the computers or anything. Those were the main ones that I saw on the Micro Center. Now, keep in mind too, some of these things may not be able to be purchased online, so you probably would need to, drive up there, or if you're living the vicinity of a Micro Center, then you can just stop in the store. But you have to double check their website to see if some of this stuff that they have on sale is available for shipment, because some of their stuff they don't ship. So
I believe if you go on their website,
it'll tell you which, right. Yeah, it'll tell you what products will ship and which ones won't ship. So okay, I'm gonna stop sharing. That's what I have for Micro Center. I got a couple other sites I want to talk about too, but I'll let somebody else have a little crack at it here. They want to.
Sure. I wanted to touch on that Atari VCS one time, because I actually saw some comments on like a Facebook group that I'm a part of, and they were talking about it because it's $150 off right now. So, but that's still $250. For how do I say this without making people mad? For a console that really doesn't have anything different than what you can do on, even like a normal PC or an Xbox, or I mean, if the one thing that I saw people saying the most positive about it was that they were using it for a lot of their emulation. So instead of having like a lot of different things for emulators and stuff on their desks, they got that on sale starting today. I believe that's good for a week, isn't it? That's it. The sales, is that correct?
I believe so. Yeah,
I think so, because it started either today or yesterday. But They said that the best thing was that they now just could use that because it's like the way that the interface and stuff set up. It's like perfect for emulating a bunch of different things. And also you can use Windows 10 or you can install Linux on it, right? Too.
Correct.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to mention that. And besides using it, as a gaming console, you can also use it as a actual computer, if you were into Linux. Yeah. So.
I'm going to be.
Go ahead.
No, sorry. I was just going to say, just going to be honest. I even at $250, I still can't justify.
Yeah, there's a lot. Now, some of the games that they have for it are enhanced versions of older games that Atari had come out with, years ago. So they are a little bit more. What's the word I want? They're more pleasant on the eyes than the old, 8-bit games that they had years ago. But like you said, hard to justify $250 for that. So
it is, and I just before we got on here, I was telling you guys I was joking about Nintendo, upping the graphics on a game and then selling it for full price again. And that's not what Atari's doing. Although they have those new box games now that they're kind of doing that with, that are just kind of reproductions of older. I sent you something the other week about that, I think, John.
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago. And I'm not going to get too much into that right now on this live stream. But
got it.
I don't know. I really I want one, but I'm going to need to be at like 150 is where I'm going to need to be on that. I
don't know if they'll. I mean, I think you're probably the best. I think the best you probably are going to do with that is going to be 200. Unless somebody is selling a used one, that you might get it down to 150 if somebody is trying to sell it on eBay or wherever.
I've kept an eye on them on eBay just recently, and I still think it's too new. I mean, we're probably looking at least 2 years before you see that drop, even used sub 200 on eBay, just because.
Are you seeing them on eBay though?
I've seen some, and they have some new ones on there too that oddly enough are higher prices than what I can go out and buy one for, which doesn't make any sense to me. And I see that with other stuff too. Like I'll see like a new game come out, and let's say the game sells for $69.99, then it's $80. They have it down $80 on eBay. I don't know where these people are hoping somebody doesn't know the actual price of something and they're just buying it, or because that doesn't make sense to me. But something else about eBay, and I won't save this, and this kind of goes along with like collecting the retro games and stuff, and I'm not going to get deep on this right now either, but the prices that are on eBay are artificially inflated for just about everything. And the reason for that is because anybody can list anything for any price. That doesn't mean it sells for that price. So when you get on, you get on there, and let's say I put my iPhone up for sale, and let's say I can get $500 for it. I'm just making up numbers here. So let's say I put $700 as a selling price. Well, it might not sell for that 700. It might sell for 400. But if everybody puts their phone up there for $700, the automatic suggested sell price on there is going to be $700. So that's how it's.
The other thing I like about eBay is a lot of sellers will give you an enormous shipping price. Like I was looking at them Coco 3 cartridges, and you'd find ones, they're $10, and then you look at shipping and it's $25 to ship it to me. I mean, they put 50, might be $7 to ship it to me, and the rest of it's all just profit for them to get,
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how bad you want it.
True.
Well, yeah.
And my thing with that is that, Mike, whenever for the most part, when I see something that doesn't say free shipping, if it's over like $30 and it doesn't say free shipping, I just skip over it.
Well,
the only thing recently
you'd be surprised how many of them things out there had $25 shipping on it. Like $25 to ship it?
The only things recently and you know what? Actually, the only thing that I paid shipping on eBay recently, the ColecoVision was free when I purchased it. The only thing was the TI 94A. There was a $20 shipping charge on it, but it came. And I think that was pretty fair. I paid $30 for the console, and the shipping was almost the same cost, but I don't know, it was heavy and it was still cheaper than what the other consoles were going for. So I was like, you know what, $50, it's still cheaper than the 100 that the rest are going for. So I'm just going to pull the trigger. And it did. The reason it was only $30 is because it was untested.
Right.
But he said that, you know, the seller had said that it's untested. He didn't have a way to test it because he didn't have the proper cables. So I was like, you know what, $50, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Right,
and it worked. It did work. So
some sense. But a cartridge weighs less than a pound. You can put it in a United Parcel envelope for less than $1 to ship, or you know what I mean? I mean, it's just ridiculous.
We're calling out UPS by their actual name.
Well,
United Parcel Service. Woo!
No, I meant. Well, I said that wrong. I mean the regular postal service, USPS. You know, you can ship it that way for a couple bucks. You know, not $25. So all that is. Here's the thing. I used to work at a chemical company, and we used to all shipping products. They added a $15 charge to the top of it, which we just collected as money. You know what I mean? So shipping was always inflated by $15, which just went into the pocket of that company. It wasn't had nothing to do with the shipping cost.
That's called profit.
Yeah, well, that's called all FedEx and UPS will let you add an extra charge on top of the actual cost of the shipping.
Well, that is free enterprise.
What I'm trying to get at is they're trying to say like, oh, look, the cartridge is cheap, but then really it isn't because
that's been going on for years on all those sites.
Right.
That's nothing new. So,
and I'll try to maybe talk about it when we do like the actual full podcast. But there's a website, especially for like retro, for some of the more popular retro systems like ColecoVision and television and like the Apple IIe. There's a website that has like experts who are like collectors that put what the prices on things. Now this is their opinions, obviously, but they put this website up so you can check the prices that they list compared to what's on eBay. Because they call that, then they have a YouTube channel too, which I forget, so I can't shout it out right now, which wouldn't matter anyway. But they talk about like how sometimes you get people scam people and they don't even know it because they think something they have is worth more money than it is because it's artificially inflated. So anyways, I didn't mean to get that off track on that. But Mike, before we jump to the next one, I wanted to get your opinion of the Atari VCS because we kind of hogged that opinion.
Well, I don't know too much about it. I mean, I saw a few little things on it, and I mean, I'm not impressed with Atari stuff anyway. I mean, their games weren't the best in the old days, and I don't see the new system going to do much better, make it prettier looking, and maybe they'll make some new stuff. But it reminds me of what was that called, the Ouya?
I have it. I still have. Well, it's not here. But
I have one too, but you know what I mean. I have a feeling that may just become a fad. It'll sell a bunch and then just go away someday.
There's if that's a fad, and it's possible that there is a fad because if you look at what's going on right now, you have all these retro consoles recreating hardware. I mean, it's not just Atari and television is doing it. You have that Commodore, the one that I bought just a couple weeks ago, that Commodore 64, the big reproduction, the full size one with the working keyboard, and then there's the Amiga one coming out in March. So it's
well. My thing is for me to want one of them, I want to be able to play the old games and have enough power. It doesn't have to be as good as an Xbox or a PlayStation, but at least have the power of the Switch. You know what I mean? Where you can actually get some, get your old games and get some new, have them create some new games that are powerful enough to be really nice graphics and really playable,
Yeah. Well, don't forget about the, you got the Amico vaporware that's still not, we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah,
for that to come out. Supposedly, I just sent John a picture today.
Well,
they said they were.
Didn't I see the thing last week that they started sending them to the Kickstarter people, and they started selling them to them, and then they'll take orders later once they get them all to them.
So
that's weird. That's weird because today I just saw a thing on Facebook. It said they just started production.
Well,
So I don't know who to believe.
Video or something saying they started shipping some to.
So
Yeah,
well,
and then-
here's what officially happened was, and this was just a couple weeks ago, is they pushed the release date back a couple of times already. It was supposed to be the end of this year, and then it was spring of next year, and now it's who knows. It literally from their mouth, from Tommy Tallarico's mouth. It's who knows. It's going to come out when it comes out. They did just send units they sent numbers and stuff for production. I don't know if that includes Kickstarters. Maybe some of the original backers have already now received one. That's possible. I'd be interested, maybe keeping an eye out on YouTube if we can find.
Well, that's what I thought. I just saw one, like, I'm sure just a couple days ago, I saw one where he was saying they just started sending some of them out to the initial Kickstarter people. I don't know.
I'm looking to see if anyone's received one yet, because as soon as even if they send out 50 or 100 of them to Kickstarter backers, somebody's going to pop up a review of one of those on YouTube.
And don't forget about the Commander X16 too. We're waiting on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That one, you're really not hearing nothing about.
So yeah, speaking of vaporware, that I wouldn't even call that vaporware. That's like not gonna happen. Where I shouldn't say that, because this was a year. We were talking about this a year ago.
Yeah, like
on our streams, and I don't know what 8-Bit Guy's involvement is anymore. There was some stuff in there, and I'm not going to accuse anyone of anything.
Right.
Whether the rumors were that maybe he took on too much and he wasn't interested anymore, and he was kind of leaving people hanging. But there's different opinions, and it's people's word against people's word. It was his project to begin with. But from what I understand, it's still happening. I was part of a Facebook group, and it seems like it's almost went dead. So I don't know if people people lost interest in it, which is unfortunate, because that was a really cool project. And that's the problem, is that, if you don't have time to dedicate to this, everyone's working full-time jobs. He has a house, and if you remember, they had that blizzard in Texas that completely destroyed his house. Yeah. And I mean, that right there, just having to move to a different house while your house is repaired or whatever, it's enough. If I had to come back here and stay in PA for however long, I wouldn't get anything done, because most of my stuff's not here. I'd have to bring most of it back. So it's even worse with Sam. So I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe that's something we can dig into a little bit more on the normal podcast coming up, which but for anyone who listens or is listening or listens over the weekend, just like usual, we're going to go back to the 1 month normal podcast, maybe more. We might have more specials. I know we talked about, but I'm not going to say anything about that. But just like normal, it'll be new podcasts will be released Monday mornings, like always. So I usually edit them Sunday night, and then they get pushed out automatically Monday morning to all the popular podcast apps that I've been paying for that service to do that for the last 7 months, and we haven't pushed out a single one. But it's all good. Yeah. No, go ahead. We need to. So
well, here's the thing. Did either one of you go out and do any Black Friday shopping today? Like leave the house?
No,
I went to go get beer.
I left the house, but I didn't go shopping.
I went to GameStop and Walmart looking for a Nintendo Switch for my son. And I was surprised to find, I went out at 8 o'clock thinking, oh, there's going to be crowded as all, because everything was open at like 7 in the morning. So I'm thinking there's going to be this huge crowd. I went to both of them, and there was nobody in the stores. They're the emptiest I've ever seen. Now, I did at GameStop pick up a Nintendo Switch for my son because he really wanted one. And we paid the $300 price, but at least it came with a free game, Mario Kart, and 3 months online. But, he told me yesterday he wanted one instead of giving me notice. And he wanted to go together and get it right away. And, I said, all right, I'd do that for him. So So we went, and that's what we found. But they did give us one game, and I think I maybe misquoted the price to you, John, earlier. But we got Breath of the Wild for $39, so it was like $20. It was like $20 off. But
that's still a really good deal, especially because that's like that's probably honestly Nintendo's biggest moneymaker. Still, that game.
Yeah.
I think it's still their most popular, but don't quote me on that.
We know Nintendo doesn't give big discounts, so you know they give you not normal. They don't give you big discounts. It's not like an Xbox or PlayStation where you can get a game that's been out 4 months ago and it'd be like $25-$30 or something, you know. So
yeah, and to touch on what you said about there probably not being a lot of people out and stuff like that, and honestly, I think this is better. I hated Black Friday was always to me just like the worst of the worst. Like it just, I mean, I had gone out many times Black Friday shopping and I hated it. Everybody that's there are the worst kind of people that you ever want to be around. And I don't mean everybody, but you have people that will start breaking glass and shit to break through doors to get into I almost dropped to get into a Walmart.
Most people are just rude that day. That's all there is to it. I got to get mine, screw you, and then they drive like maniacs and run you off the road trying to get there. Now,
well, I do that on a normal day.
I've only went a couple years Black Friday shopping, and the only reason I went this time was because I'm working all the time. I only had today off to go shopping, so that's what I did. So
yeah, no, but I think, and partially I think COVID pushed this a little bit, but it was kind of happening before COVID too. The last few years, as you notice that the Black Friday sales went from being actually on Black Friday to like the week of Black Friday, and then it was like the 2 weeks, and then there was like Cyber Monday, and then it was like the whole week after Cyber Monday, and now like all the Black Friday deals, like you have multiple weeks. Like Target and Walmart's sales started like last week.
I'm glad
for a lot of this stuff.
My wife used to work retail, and we never got to sit down for our holiday dinner. So I believe that every holiday everybody should have off, or you should be getting paid double time. Sure.
Well, yesterday, correct me if I'm wrong, but like most of the large retail stores were closed yesterday, and they're closed on Christmas as well. I believe. This year they did that. Yeah. So, but I also think that's a thing where they're thinking because of COVID, most people are just ordering everything online nowadays anyway. You know what I mean? Well, maybe
most people are afraid to go out or do something anyway.
I know. I remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember the company who did this. This was like 10 years ago. It was a large chain store. It wasn't Walmart or Target. Maybe it was like Sears or something. I don't remember, but they came out and said that they were going to be closed for the first time ever for Thanksgiving so that their workers' families could enjoy that time. And people lost their shit saying, well, those are the days that my family likes to go out shopping and stuff. What do you mean you're going to be closed? And stuff like that. Like people don't care.
You can't please everybody.
Like no matter what you do,
JM will remember the days where you couldn't shop on a Sunday and you couldn't shop on a holiday, and we need to go back to that. I mean, people need to spend time with their families instead of out doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, all you could do on a Sunday was window shop.
Yeah, you would go church and you go visit family. That's what Sunday was for.
Yep, and like I said, the stores were closed. You could, you would just go and you could look in the windows, and that was it. That's what that's what we used to do.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to have the stores open 24 hours and everything else. There's enough time during the week and Saturday to shop.
Hey, the only thing, like we would go after church. We would go home and have a meal, and then my dad would take us up to the Heights Plaza and up in Natrona Heights, and the Isleys would be open. Would get an ice cream cone and would go window shopping. So,
I mean,
was that in the Model T that he took you up there in, John?
What's that?
Was that? Did he take you up in the Model T, or was it a horse?
He took me up in his '65 Oldsmobile. F85.
It was a joke, John. I don't need.
No,
need
but
the
I can tell you exactly what it took me up there.
John knows.
A 1965 F85 Oldsmobile.
Nice.
Anyway, it was white
Yeah.
too.
And well, you know what? I'm not so much against, like, I don't care if stores are open and stuff on certain days, but like, not every single store needs to be open every single day for 20, especially now. Nobody, how many people actually go to the store and browse stuff anymore? And maybe it's just the, like, my generation and younger, maybe, that I just sit at home and look at stuff, and I can click, online or in store, and I can see if it's in store, and then I'm like, okay, in store, buy, and then I go pick it up. Like, I'm not walking through stores.
Well, I like the old days of where you could touch and feel it and see if it was junk or not before you got it, instead of ordering something online and come back to a piece of crap.
Well, I expect most things that I order or purchase in person to be junk, whether they feel like junk or not. They usually end up being junk.
No, but my thing is, people form to whatever schedule you set. They don't get any more sales by being open these extra days. People are still, if you want it, you're going to go get it, whatever day you have to shop on. You noticed yesterday most of them weren't open. Everybody just went today or the day before. That's all. I mean, I think Walmart used to lose money, because I'd go in there when my wife worked, and you had 50-some workers guarding pallets. And from the first hour would be the only time people were in the stores. They'd come rush in and buy everything and leave. And then you're paying all these workers to be there 12 hours.
Well,
how are you? You're not.
Plus, they're starting the Black Friday stuff earlier than Black Friday.
So well, that's why they started
doing
it. Because people were getting hurt, because it was causing them to have all them workers on there. I think that's why they started doing that. Spread it out so it,
I've seen some of the retailers, they've actually called this like Black Friday week.
Well, right. No. That's what it's become.
Instead of just Black Friday, it's Black Friday week. So the sales that you would normally have the day after Thanksgiving are like all week.
Speaking of sales, and not to reroute the conversation or anything away from this, but I want to show everybody what I actually purchased last night that was on sale. So just a little backstory here, and before I show it, I played saxophone since it's kind of tech, but it's not, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I played saxophone, mostly the tenor saxophone, but if you play one woodwind instrument, you can pretty much play any of them, because for the most part, the fingering, clarinet, bassoon, saxophone, it's all pretty much the same. And so a couple years ago, I bought like a legitimate saxophone, a tenor saxophone. I mean, it was expensive. I'm afraid to ever even do anything with it, because it was, I bump it on something and now the brass has a giant ding in it. And it's like, oh God, that's a $900 saxophone that I just screwed up. So I wanted something that I could play with, and get jazzy with, because I am a big fan of jazz and the way that any of the saxophone sounds. So what I found on Amazon and I bought yesterday, it will be here tomorrow. So maybe I'll bring it in for the next podcast and I'll use it as the opener.
There you go.
The opening tune on our podcast. No, but here. So I'm going to share my screen here real quick. So can you see?
So now I can say, Johnny, go blow your horn.
Yeah, got to toot my own horn here. So this is the Nuvo soprano saxophone, and it's on sale. It's $20 off, so it was $99, and then there's a coupon that I saved another $15, so I paid like $85.
That's pretty good price, yeah,
for this. So and what it is it's I'm not sure if so you guys know what a regular saxophone looks like. It's curved and it like comes down and you hold it.
Right.
Well, soprano saxophones are shorter, and they excuse the dogs barking as well. But they're shorter and they look almost more like a clarinet than a saxophone a little bit.
Right.
But anyways, this is actually all plastic. There's no metal on this at all.
Oh, wow.
I shouldn't say that. There might be metal like on the ring around the neck where you put the reed, but literally it sounds exactly like a full soprano saxophone minus it's not $500.
Right. Wow.
That reminds me
Nice.
of the flutophones in high school or grade school. I mean, we used to.
Yeah, like the recorder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
flutophone.
changed the name to
But
recorders. Yeah, yeah.
so I do just to uh so you can hear it. I wanted real quick a clip out of a video, just because it legitimately. I don't know what they did. I'm sure there's ways that you can engineer anything to sound like something, but normally a piece of plastic wouldn't sound like a brass woodwind instrument.
Right.
So just very quickly, I'm not gonna like play around. I'll show it I'll talk about it on the full podcast because, like I said, it's gonna be here tomorrow.
Like they can make anything sound like anything, John, because I have a train whistle that somebody whittled out of wood that sounds like a locomotive. So
Oh yeah. So real quick, this is the guy. He's playing Funky Monkey with it here. here. And I'm just gonna play a few seconds of it. That's all. But it's amazing how this sounds like, and to somebody that I know what a saxophone sounds like because I played one, since third grade.
right.
I think it's very impressive, and for the price, and it's just something that I'm gonna annoy the shit out of my girlfriend and dog with. Like,
Nice.
they're gonna be so mad at me. My neighbors are gonna hate me. But
You getting the white and blue one, or are you getting the black one?
no, I got the black with the green on it. But anyways, real quick, just gonna play like 10 seconds of this so you can hear it real quick, and it's impressive, honestly.
I'm not hearing anything, John.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it, John.
Oh, I am sorry, guys.
You have to optimize the audio and video, or
Yeah, I probably have to do something.
Yeah, with your
Technical
settings.
difficulties, everybody.
what did you say this cost again, John?
So it was originally 120. It was on $20 off on sale, and then there's a $15 coupon right now. So it was like $85.
Okay.
Let me. Is there? Oh, share sound. That's what it is. I see. It's been so long. I forget that when you live stream, you have to actually hit different buttons and stuff. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear this now.
Yep.
Did you hear that? Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm just gonna, like you guys said, just like 10 seconds, then we'll move on. Okay. I mean, it sounds like a saxophone.
It does. Yeah, it does. Sounds like a saxophone.
It doesn't sound like if you, like Mike said, like the flutophone, and I think you can call them a recorder.
No, if you close your eyes, it sounds like a saxophone. I can just envision Bill Clinton. Yeah, I can see Bill Clinton.
Oh, was Bill Clinton an alto saxophone, or was he tenor saxophone? I can't remember because there's four different. There's the soprano, which is the small one, and then there's alto, bigger, tenor, bigger, and baritone.
He was more of a saxophone, not a saxophone.
Oh boy. All right. Just by the way, these live streams are PG 13.
Well, I'm just commenting on,
Well, no. I meant that it's okay. We can say these things because they're not intended. But so I like hardcore nerded out about this last night. And they have a lot of other instruments that they make too. They have a flute. They have like a French horn. They have a clarinets. And they're all the same price, like much cheaper. So really, I could see this this could be something to play around with. And I'll be honest with you guys. If you've, I don't know if either of you've ever played an instrument like this, like a woodwind or anything, like a brass instrument or whatever.
No, I haven't.
But
I haven't.
I honestly think that if you were to buy one of these and pick it up, it wouldn't be too hard.
I want you to get the flute. You can play some Jethro Tull or something.
Want to play Aqualung?
Yeah, Aqualung. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey John, were you in the marching band?
I was in marching band only in high school, and it was only for a couple years.
I knew that. Somehow I knew that.
It was I was only in it. I was only in it from like 7th to like 9th or 10th grade. I can't remember. And the only reason for that is because our football team was like basically the Detroit Lions. They
Yeah.
just could not win. And it was cold. And I did have some fun though. One time we went to Carnes City and we had like a rivalry against Carnes City, both the football team and the marching band. So we took these things of glitter and we snuck into their band room before the game, and we dumped all this glitter down in their instruments and stuff, like garbage and plastic and paper and stuff. So when they went out to play and that they first went, you know, all that stuff come flying out of the bells of their instruments.
Wow.
So, and they look like idiots on the field. So anyways, yeah, so no, so that's something really cool. I know that's really not technology so much, but I don't know, get one for
It's
math.
okay.
Well, it was probably 3D printed, so now you know.
Yeah, right.
It might have been. I doubt it. I assume there's
All right.
molds, but anyways, I digress.
We getting back to
Yeah, get back to cells.
all right, here we go. I got some. So Newegg, if you're looking for storage, Newegg has a 14 terabyte
Oh wow.
hard drive for $199. Normally $269. So if you need some massive storage, they've got it there. If you're wondering whether you're getting a deal, the 12 terabyte is $207. So
It's more.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that is a good deal, you know, 14 terabytes. So so they have that one on sale at Newegg, and I think
How much? Sorry, John. How much is the 16 terabyte?
16. Now it goes up it goes up a lot here when you go to the 16. It goes to 309. So that 14 is. That 14 is a pretty good deal.
It's essentially double right there.
You're almost $100 more for 2 more terabytes. So, you know, and it's a good, you know, name brand, you know, Western Digital. So, but yeah, so I just wanted to bring that to someone's attention, whoever's watching, or to anybody else who's listening. So anyway, that's one. And then Best Buy has, keeping with the storage, Best Buy's got a 5 terabyte for $90. Normally it's $180, so it's half off. If anybody is interested in that as well. So those are the 2 things that I had. I have some more, but I wanted to give everybody else a chance to kind of chime in. And
let Mike, you can, if you have anything, you can go, because I feel like
Well, I mean, I don't have much, but I did see that one of my favorite games, Hellblade, is on GOG for $7.49, which I think is well worth that. I mean, that's an excellent game for $7.59.
Sure. Is that still on Game Pass, or did they take that off?
I think it's still on Game Pass, I think. So, you know, but I mean, for the PC users, you know, that's a good price. So, and I mean, there's some other ones. I mean, if you like the newer Tomb Raiders, they have the one here. I can't see what it's. Can't read the. Is that the first one?
You want to show us the web? Can you show us the website? Can you show us the website?
GOG.com. GOD.
Yeah. Can you show us the website so we can see it?
Oh, you want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Geez, I don't even remember how to share a screen, guys. Hang on. Give me a sec.
While he's doing that, I just want to mention, so anyone interested in Apple products, they're giving away $50 to $150 gift cards with purchases on their website. I saw that right now, because I was actually looking into getting trading in I have a 2014 MacBook Pro, which still works pretty great for the most part, that I use just for like laying in bed everyday stuff and that. And I was thinking about trading one in for a new MacBook Air, and they were going to give me $150 gift card. And I was like, oh, that's well, what you could do is here's I'm using big brain hours over here. Sorry, Mike. Give me 1 second. Just using big brain hours. I'll take that $150 Apple gift card. I'll buy the laptop, take my trade-in credit, and then whatever's left over, like the $500 that's still left, I will put that on an Apple credit card, an Apple line of credit, and then I'll apply the gift card to that line of credit, and then just pay off the line of credit. So I
found out something interesting at the Apple Store recently is they'll allow you to turn, like, you could trade in one piece of hardware on a new product, and then if you have multiple things to trade in, you get Apple gift cards for each one of those products. Like, because the thing why we wanted to buy a Mac Mini, and we asked the guy, hey, we have multiple things to trade in. Can we do that? He goes, yeah. He goes, you can use one to trade in against the new product, and then the rest you get gift cards that you can then use to apply towards the purchase of the new item that you're thinking about getting. So if you have multiple Apple products, you can trade them all in and get credit and put that towards the purchase of the new product. So
gotcha. Yeah. Okay, Mike.
But anyway, you guys can see the screen, right?
Yep.
But anyway, here on GOG, GOG.com, basically they have some of the newer games here, which aren't bad priced. I still know if I'd go for Cyberpunk. They probably still haven't worked out all the bugs on that.
Where's that one you said was on sale?
Right here, this Hellblade one. It's here for $749, and it's a really good game. And actually down below that one, I always like the Tomb Raider series, and I think it's the first one. I can't read it. They got the print so small I can't see it, but for $4 you can't lose on Tomb Raider games. And I'm sure there's others here.
Sorry, Mike, scroll back up one more time to the Tomb Raider. Oh, it's the Game of the Year edition. That's actually a really good game.
Yeah, that is a good game. Yeah,
for
and so is Hellblade. They're two really good games, and geez,
I mean, yeah, for $4, I would honestly just get it. Get it for $4. Get it.
Yeah, I mean, I actually own it already through Xbox.
Whoa, hey, Thief Gold Edition's 97 cents.
Yeah, you can't
wow
lose on that one either.
Very good game as well. Older game, but 97 cents. Come on.
Right. I mean,
yeah, I can't beat it.
And that's one thing about GOG. They have this time of year they sell a lot of older games for dirt cheap, for just a couple bucks. And for the entertainment you get out of them, they're worth it.
What do you play those on the PC?
Well, yeah, these are PC games.
Yeah. Well, you guys know about my GOG addiction.
Yeah. What'd you spend last year on GOG? Remember?
Oh, hundreds.
Yeah.
Like it was like I think it was like 240, which really I only buy stuff when it's on sale on there, and I make sure that it's like at the lowest I think it's going to be before I buy it. So $240 or something for me on GOG. It was 100. What I say, I think it's 100. I have 187 games on GOG, and I'm going to add more tonight before we're done.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at this, I mean, look, up to 90% off, up to 90% off. I mean, if we go in here, I'm sure there's games you recognize, and
right on.
And then getting that much off for them. I mean, look, all these are like $8. I mean, there are good games in here. I don't know, I could pick out a few, but
I'll take one of each.
Take one of each. That's how John got his like $200 bill last year.
That's essentially what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at those prices. You can't beat it.
I mean,
you'd need about you'd need quite a big hard drive for that though.
Well, GOG has its own client, and you install the games from that client. So they don't automatically install. So you can.
Okay.
In other words, you have them on your account to download when you want.
Yeah, like Steam or.
Yeah.
Okay,
like
so you can wait till you're ready to play it, then download it.
Yeah.
It's Steam for older games, basically. Although they do have some new games, it is basically Steam for older games.
Good deal.
So,
All right.
Well, John, you want to buy some now?
Sure. Let's do one now because I have two purchases I'm making tonight.
I unshared screen. You can share screen, and
All right. Well, I'll do this quickly. So
while we're on the subject,
yeah. Well, there's the last four digits of my card there, so that's fine.
I'm writing that down just so you know. I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
try to hack the others.
Yeah, sure. So these are what I found that I really wanted. And as you can see, a couple of them I already own. So I'm very thankful of GOG for telling me when I already own things, because I would own multiple versions. But anyways, I got World of Horror, which is still a game that's in development. I'm gonna pick that up for $15 while it hits here. Actually, you know what? That one's not on sale. Let's move that one. I'm only going for sales right now. So anyways, Heretic and the Hexane collection, which are old DOS PC games that are like Doom style first person shooter. The whole collection is $2.99. I already own it, but I wanted to leave it on here, just say that it's off. It's, it's $3 instead of 10. Blood Fresh Supply was one of the newest of the Blood games, which is also a Doom first person shooter. $3.39 instead of 10. Necrovision Lost Company. I don't even know how to explain this game. It's a first person shooter, involves zombies from outer space in the future. It's really weird. It's kind of cool. It's a little janky, but I think it's worth $1.19 just for one or two playthroughs of it. I already own it. Nom is a semi-realistic Vietnam War simulator, first person, that's based off the Doom engine. It came out in 1998 or something, very late in that engine's life cycle, but it's very hard. I've seen it played before. I've never owned it. I'm going to pick it up for $4.54. I love Star Trek. I love the Star Trek games. Going to pick up Elite Voice Forager for $7.99. Necrovision, which I just talked about. This is just a different one, 99 cents. You might as well pick it up. Tunguska, The Visitation, is a post-apocalyptic survivor game. I'll pick it up for $14. I have no idea what it is. And then Crystal Caves HD is like 20 cents on sale. Yeah, I'm not going to get that for just 20 cents off. We're going to hold off on that one. So we're at $29.91. I guess I'm only adding 4 games right now, but you can see I saved $17. So I'm going to go ahead and buy those right now. And then,
hey, John, I just found a good one, but I know you've already played it and you already own it on Xbox. But A Plague's Tale, Innocence, is $9.99, and that's a pretty good game for $10.
Yep. Sure.
The graphics are really, really good in it, and everything else. That's a fair price for that one.
Absolutely, and I just so everyone knows, I'm hitting pay right now. I just had to enter in my security code and stuff, and I didn't want that on there. But real quick, just so everybody knows I'm not making shit up here. Boom. So I did buy those, and those will go into the GOG Galaxy client.
Nice.
I'll be checking them out. So that's that. I do have some stuff in Steam I'm gonna show here before we end. I also have that Amiga thing that I still want to talk about. Maybe I just do that now while I'm sharing my screen. So this is not on sale, no Black Friday special, and it doesn't come out till March of next year, but I did want to mention it very quickly, as I will be receiving it as a Christmas present, technically, very late Christmas present, but it is the A500 Mini. So this is a full functioning piece of hardware that emulates the Amiga 500 as well as the Amiga 1200. And that includes all software and all games for both of those the 16-bit systems.
That's exciting.
It's exciting. And it comes with a replica controller as well as the mouse. And the working, actually, I'm not sure if the keyboard works. I believe so, but I might be incorrect. I believe so, though. I don't think the diskette port works. It's all USB, but it will run all software. So it claims that it will run all software and games for both the A500 and the 1500 or the 1200. Sorry.
Nice. That's a good. That's
very
good price
exciting.
Too.
$140. I mean, the C64 Maxi that I got was right here, 130. So
Yeah.
not too far off. And Amiga is one of my favorite systems, and I never actually played it when I was younger. It was a little bit before my time, but it's I think it really is. It's probably maybe arguably one of the greatest, if not the greatest console system platform ever, really.
It was way ahead of its time.
It was way ahead of its time. It has thousands upon thousands of titles for it. Many were very popular titles. And
it was a good graphics machine too.
Yeah. And I think it's
I got a question, John. Does it just have all the games loaded on emulated, or can you use the actual cartridges or whatever?
No, so it comes with 25 games already built in, and there's like a carousel, but you can sideload your own stuff through a USB stick, and that includes software. You can the Amiga operating system and other games. It does not. I don't believe. And I'm gonna say almost 100% that this diskette drive is not functional. It's just for show.
But it's not emulating. It's running it it's the real hardware.
Correct. Yeah. So it's not just like a Raspberry Pi jammed in there with like Pimiga
right.
or anything. This is
it's not. It's running on the actual hardware that.
Correct.
Amiga was running on.
Since it has a keyboard, does it have like a BASIC on it or something, a coding language, or no?
So I'm not sure if it's going to come loaded on there, but there was language like that for the Amiga, and you would just have to pop that into a USB drive, and you could run that, whether basic dot whatever, and then the run. Yeah, you could. I mean, it's functioning just like an A500, A1200 would have, which I believe they both came with an operating system, Amiga OS or whatever it was called, and it will run those. Now it when you buy this and you get this right now, in March, it just has a carousel kind of thing, like with games, but you can do whatever you want and you can add your own stuff. I would assume that when you have that USB stick in, that if you had like BASIC, you could add it to that carousel instead of a game, you could have software in there. I don't know for certain, so don't worry, when I get it, I'll make sure it'll be the first thing I'm talking about. So
yeah, well, you know what, it's got to have an OS, because I know the C64 has the OS that you can boot up to. You can boot up to the C64 operating system.
That's true, and it probably does. I'm not entirely certain. I'm just skimming through here real quick to see if it mentions it. I don't see it mentioned right now. So it emulates Amiga 500, 600, and 1200 software and games.
Nice.
So yeah. Let's see if there's.
It is nice. You have to show me that when you get it.
Yeah, sure. Definitely.
If it works as good as we think it does, then maybe I'll buy one.
I will say that I'm glad that I purchased that Commodore 64 Maxi. The reproduction.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get one of those too.
You definitely should. It's $130 and it's awesome. It's got weight to it. It's emulating Commodore 64 stuff. Well, I shouldn't say emulating it. It's
do the keys work on it, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
the keys.
The mini.
So it's the mini doesn't
allow the keys to work.
Right, and the keys on this do work, and it's pretty comparable to the original Commodore 64. The cover, the color of the case or the body, the shell, is a little bit different. It's a little darker. But outside of that, aside from not having a disk drive on the side or a cartridge slot or anything, it's USB in the back. It's the same thing. I went online and I found a zip file with a bunch of Commodore 64 games and software in it, and I put that on my USB.
Okay.
And I put that on my USB stick.
I didn't hear you.
For it was for testing purposes. For testing purposes, only. I put it on there and loaded all that stuff up, and you can go in and it's as easy as just clicking into a folder. So the operating system that's installed on there with the carousel allows you to just go to a folder and hit enter, and you can see everything that you have on the USB drive. You just click in.
Yeah, I got to get me one of those.
Boom.
So you can do programming too on it, because it runs the C64 OS, right?
It's the C64 OS, and it comes with the basic,
right? Yeah, which was basic, right?
I have a question. Is the Amiga have better graphics than the Commodore 64?
Oh yeah,
for sure.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
for sure. And the 12, yeah,
as it went up the scale, the 5, 6, and the 1200, it kept getting better.
Yeah, and well, the PCs were always ahead of the consoles. Even arguably.
Oh yeah,
still a little bit today, obviously.
But at the time, the Amiga was like the go-to graphic computer to create graphics and stuff.
Yeah, I remember it was kind of rated high,
and they were expensive back in the day too. They weren't cheap.
Oh, they were like, I'm not sure, with inflation and everything, but I think they.
I want to say like the A500 was like $500.
I did think it was more.
Was it more? Okay. Yeah, I know.
I don't know firsthand, but I think it was more than $500 probably.
Yeah.
But the 500 and the 1200, obviously the 1200's graphics were even better than the 500, but you could argue that a lot of the 500 games were comparable to. I mean, you're running a Doom clone on here, and Doom came out well after the release of the Amiga 500. The
so
Amiga
at least 16-bit, if not higher.
Well, they're both 16-bit computing. So think about it. Yeah. In the 80s, you had the Amiga 500 and the 1200. Well, wait, did the 1200 come out in 90 or 91? Maybe I don't remember, but it's still earlier than a Super Nintendo. But you have these games running on the Amiga that are comparable to Super Nintendo games. Really, I mean, there's no Super Mario or anything, but
right. No,
they're 16-bit computers, and at the time, all you still had was 8-bit. I mean, who were the competitors at the time? Back when the Amiga 500 come out, for the most part, they were a 16-bit platform in an 8-bit.
They didn't have much competition back then for that type of system.
No.
So anyway, alrighty. Let me see what else we got here. I think I got a couple more I wanted to show.
Go for it.
Let me share screen here. If you're in the market for a doorbell, Amazon's got the Blink. This is like sort of brand new, so you got some better pricing on it. It was listed at $49, but it's the Blink video doorbell, two-way audio, high-def video, motion and chime alerts, and Alexa enabled. And you can either get it wired or wire-free. And for $34, pretty good price. So if you need a doorbell somewhere,
sorry, John, is the wireless is the same price as the wired?
I think you can do either one, John. I think it's built in with a battery, or you can hardwire it.
Oh,
either way.
So, you know how I got around that? I bought and it's worked very well. I've done this with all my outdoor cameras and my front doorbell. I put up solar panel things that are USB and then plug them right in, and that don't need a battery and don't have to connect it to power. And I'll tell you, those $30 solar panels that I bought for them on Amazon, a year or two later, are working wonderfully. No problems.
Yeah, I would love to do that, but with the way my front porch is, I'd have to have like the solar panel be like up on the roof or something. So
yeah, I will say that's a great price.
The reason I mentioned this, the Blink, is because I have Blink cameras now, and the quality is excellent. And I'm sure that this is probably, comparable to that. So, and I'm in the market for a new one, so I might actually take a chance on this $34 one that's on sale. So, anyway, that is here. That was one thing, and then
John,
Target.
sorry,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry. No, I just had a question about it. Do you need a base kit for that, or can that just tie into like an app? Like, do you have to have?
You just connect it to your Wi-Fi and it ties into your app. Yep.
So I don't need like, like I have a Ring system in my house. So, and it has that base station that controls.
No, you don't need that. No.
Okay. Okay.
Don't need that. Nope. Nope. Because if you did, John, they would be telling you, hey, you need the base station for it,
Sure. And the reason, you
know what? I do for my Ring system that I have now, I have like, they're not really called base stations. They're module. They're like a module that plugs into the power, and then I connect that to the Wi-Fi, and then it broadcasts that signal from the module to the cameras, and that's how it connects the camera to the internet through that module. So,
sure.
But okay. This does not say that it needs the module. So I would assume it connects directly to Wi-Fi. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. So you can pair it to the sync module. So this is what I have here. I have this sync module. So if you already have one of those, then you don't need it for this camera. But if you're just doing it hardwired, I don't. Let me see here. Let me read here for a second.
Well, yeah. If I buy this as a standalone, do I still need the module? Because then that now I have to buy the module.
Yeah, I'm looking to see here.
Yeah.
If you don't have the module,
go down to this gray box. It says right here.
It does not include the sync module, which can be found in all systems above, recommended for optimal use while on battery. So if you're doing hardwire, you may not need it.
John, the box down below says it'll still work, but it's limited to live view and two-way audio only in response to a doorbell or motion event. So you can't switch to it and just watch a live video feed, which to be honest with you, at my house, I wouldn't do that anyways, because I already have outdoor cameras pointing in that direction. This would be specifically just for doorbell use. So this is for
doorbell use. Right. Yeah. Right. Now for me, since I already have the sync module, I can just sync it up to that and I'm good to go. So
gotcha. Cool.
But anyway, $34. I think I'm gonna take a chance on that. And that's on Amazon. And it's got four stars, and there's 2,600 reviews on it. So it's got a pretty good rating. The other thing is Vizio. Our Target has this Vizio V series 58-inch 4K LED smart TV for $479, normally $559. But I just looked, my little Amazon assistant popped it up, and they have it for $449, the same actual TV. So a 58-inch 4K smart TV for under $500. That's pretty good deal if you're in the market for a TV. So Amazon has it, like I said, for $30 cheaper if you're interested in that. So, and then my last thing I wanted to actually two more things. One is this website here. It's called Windows Chimp. They're offering a lifetime license for Office Professional Plus 2021 for $125, normally $439. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's a lifetime license for one computer. And if you want more, then you can see here the pricing for 2 licenses is $200 and 3 licenses is $249. But it is a lifetime license. So I thought that was a pretty good deal if you need to stay in the Office kind of ecosystem there. They're also, I don't understand this here. They're offering Windows 11 Pro for $24. I thought Windows 11 was free, but I don't know why. Maybe the home version is, and the Pro version you have to pay for. I don't know.
That's usually how. Well, I don't want to say that's not true.
But that is
they're
usually the way it works.
normally, yeah, because there's like there's Pro, Ultimate, and then Enterprise, right? Normally,
Yeah. So I don't know. I have no idea whether that's a good deal or not. But if in this particular sale, you can tack on a Windows 11 Pro for $24 if you choose.
Click it. Click it.
Click it.
Yeah.
Why?
Click it.
Oh,
I don't know. Just click it.
click it.
Oh, it just adds it to your cart. I thought I was going to take you to show you more about it.
No. Anyway, so if you need to get yourself a license for Office, the latest version of Office, I assume, right? 2021. That's a pretty good deal, 125. So, on my wish list for this year is I found this that I'm interested in. It's called the Crow Pi. It's actually a all-in-one Raspberry Pi system. Has its own monitor built in. It's in a nice little carrying case, and let me show you some other pictures of it so you can see what I'm talking about. So there's your screen, and then you can do like educational and experimental stuff. The Pi sits over here, and then you've got all kind of buttons and gadgets and things you can hook up and sensors and whatnot. You can still use it as a fully functional Raspberry Pi, but it also comes with all of this other extra stuff. There's a kind of a overhead view. It's called the Crow Pi, and it's got a 7-inch screen.
So what are you gonna do with that, John?
I don't know. Just do some experimenting, and it has touch control too. I guess that screen is a touch screen as well. Yeah, capacitive touch screen as well, and
that's his James Bond.
Yeah, it looks like. Careful where you take that. That'll look like a bomb.
I know. I'm thinking of taking it to the airport. Yeah. It actually comes with controllers and stuff. You get a whole system with it.
It's not coming with that PlayStation controller.
I think it is. Yeah.
I don't believe so.
Right there. See? Pretty sure. Anyway, that's on my wish list. So I'll let you know.
It's got a countdown timer on it too. Yeah, it is a bomb.
Where's the countdown? Oh yeah, right here.
There.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm
boy.
I'm putting that on a plane. Anyway,
you'll have that open somewhere, and some lady will be calling the FBI on you.
Anyway, Crow Pi. I think that's all I have.
Mr. Mike Sashini.
Yes.
Do you have anything else for us here?
Yeah, I was looking around, and I don't know. Haven't seen.
I have a couple things I want to run through real quick. We are, like I said earlier, recording a entirely legitimate podcast tomorrow night, so we're not going to do a full long live stream here. We have a couple other things we have to do after this as well. So I'm going to run through these things. We'll see if there's anything else. And then just for anybody listening or who gets to this before it gets to the new podcast, the podcast that's going to be coming out, like I said, Monday morning, is going to be really just kind of a catch-up podcast. We really don't have anything planned. We're just going to talk about what we've been doing, what we've been working with, what we've been playing with, what we want. It's just going to be kind of an entire, an hour and a half of banter, or whatever, an hour of banter, depending. We do have some other stuff coming up. Mike had a really good idea, which is like the first time you will never hear me say that Mike had a good idea about anything.
You know what?
Like normally I'm like, Mike, just shut up. Like, that's a dumb idea.
You want me to announce it, or you want to announce it?
No, go ahead. I don't even think John has heard this, because
John has not heard this, just because
just came up with it.
What's it called coming up here in December? The
sorry, I just coughed in the mic, but John's not going to care about this anyways.
He doesn't care about. Well, he might. You never know. But they have the Game Awards every year in December, and I like the Game Awards for like seeing the new games that are coming out and stuff. But I have a real problem with the way they run it and what they vote for and stuff like that. So I want us to have our own Game Awards, and we're going to do it in January when Game Awards should be done for the games that are done this year. And we're gonna give our top well, we'll have a bunch of categories, and we'll do like our top 3 games in each category, and have a winner of each category. And I will do it as in basically, like how many people play the game and stuff. I mean, Game Awards, they don't even have Forza, the new Forza game, in the nomination for the Game of the Year, and it's the game that has more people playing it, best graphics out there. Just because it's a race game, it's been shunned, and that's not it. If it's a game everybody's playing, more people than any other game, why wouldn't it be the Game of the Year? So, things like that. So we're going to have our own Game Awards, and we're going to pick the games we think are the top games.
Yeah, so you might want to skip that one, John. But
unless I get my Xbox back in time, then I'll, when is that? January?
Yeah. So I maybe we'll do a podcast, or maybe we'll do a live special for that one. And then,
oh yeah, definitely live for that.
But so that'll be in January. I know we had talked about we were going to do a retro collecting, not just about games, but about PCs. So maybe we'll save that for December, and see if we can maybe get a guest for that. We have a couple in thoughts. I don't know if that's ever going to work out or not. I'm not going to mention names or anything, but we'll see what we can pull together. That's like kind of the upcoming schedule. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, and I'm just going to kind of run through these. There's just a couple of them. I thought they were pretty good deals. Maybe not necessarily things I'm interested in, but maybe something I would buy for somebody as a gift for Christmas, because last year I got everybody those light bulbs, the Bluetooth speaker light bulbs. I can't remember the name of them. I literally Singled. Yeah. Which actually, thanks to John, I might be getting people a couple Blink doorbells for Christmas this year.
There we go.
So anyways, I'm going to run through these. There's, like I said, just a few of them. Not going to spend a lot of time on them. Let me share my screen real quick for everybody. So the first one is this Fitbit Lux. So this is geared towards females, and that's not saying that a guy couldn't wear it if he wanted to or whatever, but it's advertised towards women. It's on sale. It's $100, $50 off right now. Actually,
it's nice looking. It's nice looking.
Yeah, it would look nice. I don't know if they have a picture of it on a wrist, but I mean, it's some people don't like bulky watches, and the Apple Watch and the Android watches aren't necessarily bulky, but some people, like my mom, just likes those thin, like wristlet kind of things.
Right.
So this would definitely be something. It's not very big, and it does look like classy, I guess. Like it looks nice. It's not like a big bulky thing, but the 3 models on here, which this magenta one is absolutely terrible looking. I don't like that one personally. But the white one and the black one are on sale. I actually like this white one, I think, the most. I think that's the nicest one. So when you see me wearing like 6 of them up my arm,
you know what? It's not a pure white one either. It's called lunar white.
Lunar white with soft gold.
Yeah, it doesn't have that.
Soft gold.
That's actually, I like that one. I like that one.
Soft gold.
Soft gold.
Yeah, soft gold. So I'm because I'm trying to think of something to get my mom. Like I have no idea what to ever get my mom for Christmas. And
does she not have one of these?
No, so she had a Fitbit like years ago that her employer at the time, they were doing like a wellness program and they gave it to her. But then when they ended the wellness program, they wanted all the Fitbits back. I'm like, what's the purpose of that? Like, what are you guys gonna do with those Fitbits?
That's terrible.
Yeah, but she really liked it, and I've talked to her. I was like, do you want like an Apple Watch or something? And here's the thing: we got her an iPad for her birthday last year, and it's still in the box. Like,
no.
So yeah, so. And we got her like a nice case that has like the keyboard built in and everything. But anyways, like,
man,
you got to be careful. Like my mom's not technologically inclined, so like everything I get her, it's gonna be myself being the tech person fixing it or doing whatever for it. So you have to be careful. I have to be very careful of what I get. Pretty much anyone in my family, because you end up being the tech support. So that's one. But I mean, maybe I'll get this for her. I'm just afraid again that it's just going to end up in a box somewhere. I don't know. Anyways,
Well, you can try.
yeah. I mean, if it doesn't work, I can undo it and then just strangle her with it. So
You just give it to your girlfriend then.
That's what you do.
she has an Apple Watch. She would never use
Yeah,
this.
she can put this on her other wrist.
That's for going out to real nice places.
That's right. This is the fancy one.
True. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Oh God. All right. So the next one is this.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
No. I don't want to interrupt.
So the next one's the Roku Stream Bar.
Yeah.
So, whoa.
Roku. I love the Roku.
Yeah, so I have an Express 4K for one of the TVs that I have. It's like the only one that's not a smart TV in my house, and I really do like it. And all my TVs are Roku built in. But so this is the Stream Bar, and what this is it's the Roku platform built in with an audio bar as well. So
it is actually a Roku device and with the sound bar. Right.
Correct. So yeah, it's the soundbar itself. So it's the Roku device and the soundbar all in one. So really, you would mount this like you'd mount this underneath your TV, or you would have it placed under your TV. If it was sitting on a TV stand.
Right.
So it's originally it's $130. It's $80 now. So it's down $50 again.
Nice.
I think I'm going to pick one of these up. Maybe. Or maybe another gift for somebody, actually.
Hey, look, the rating is great. 4.5 out of 5,100.
So yeah, it might even be more than 4.5, 4.6.
4.6, yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, that's $50 off. Soundbar built in and everything. So
and it works with Alexa too. Works with Alexa.
It sure does.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So the next thing is this price drop thing is annoying.
Ooh,
so the next one, and it doesn't have a very good rating here on Amazon, but I read ratings of it other places, so I'm just gonna just take this one with a grain of salt. And I'll actually show you another one that's even cheaper than this one. But this is the Neato D8. It's their newest model with LiDAR. It's a robot vacuum. It's $300. It is half off. It was $600. It's $300 off right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, what else can I say? It's a robot vacuum cleaner. Take it with a grain of salt because of the ratings. Maybe do your own research about it. I mean, it's not the worst ratings, 3 out of 5, and I read some other places that people liked it. And some people were like, but so the other one is the Oscar robot vacuum cleaner S1, which is actually, I believe they're an Amazon brand now. But anyways, this one is $80 off plus an extra $30 when you apply this coupon. You can get this for $100 right now.
Wow. Well, I don't know if you saw Walmart had it was the Eufy brand, EUFY brand. They had one for $99.
Oh,
I don't know.
Nice. I did not see that.
I don't know if it's any good or not, or I'm sure they probably sold out. But
sure. So I've always wanted one. I know some people like it doesn't work for their house layout and stuff like that. I think it would work for mine. So I might pick this one up. It's $100. If it's crap, then maybe I can resell it or give it to somebody. I like my hawk it off on my neighbor.
Or you could return it.
Or just return it.
Return it with the whole thing filled with dog hair and send it back.
I wanted to point this one out really because it's $110 off right now. So it's
it gets 4 and it only has 17 ratings, but 4.2.
And yeah,
but
so
my biggest fear with these things is like I come home one day and the cat's all mangled up inside the damn thing, or the dog's got its paw.
I don't believe that they're that they're not that powerful that they're going to crush bones and
okay.
I'm just worried, do they really clean or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the second to the last, well, actually the third to the last thing that I'm going to show is the Googleness Thermostat. Right now, I'm not really a big fan of Google products for multiple reasons, as far as privacy concerns and stuff go. But this one's $40 off. That's $90, and I do have a Nest already in my house. So I do already have a programmable smart Wi-Fi thermostat at my house, but I mean, for this price, for $90 off,
that's a good price.
That's a good price for this. And maybe something I would consider just so I could tie it in with my Nest as being a thermostat. And it kind of looks kind of cool too. So so that's the Nest at home thermostat.
That's a good deal. Yeah.
So this is more like a starter bundle for like a gaming keyboard and mouse and a headset. But I thought for $80 that this Razer bundle was a pretty good deal. Razer make decent to very good stuff. Obviously this isn't going to be the top of the line of their products, but I mean, like right now I have two mechanical keyboards. And this is just a cheaper one I got on Amazon, but it's still nice. I mean, for $80 you get four things here. You're getting a headset, keyboard, mouse, and the larger mouse pad.
Nice.
So I thought that was a good deal as well. And the last thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to give credit for this. This is actually his name is the Cheap Gamer on YouTube. Not Mike here, is the old cheap ass gamer, but and Mike dignified himself as that. It was a podcast episode number 2. You can go back and watch it or listen to it. He calls himself that in it. So that's not me. That's not me making fun of Mike. He did that himself. But the guy is called the Cheap.
Else has a similar name or the same names. We're gonna watch.
Yeah. So this guy's name on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook is the Cheap Gamer. The Cheap Gamer. And I'm sure there's 100 different people called that because that seems like that would be a popular name. But anyways, I wanted to give credit because this is not mine. He made this sheet, this Excel spreadsheet with all of the sales on games from these locations up here, and he has green highlighted on the best prices. So
that's impressive.
He took the time to sit down and go through all the sales on games and
that's
see
crazy.
Which ones were the best. And
he has it listed by
these are console prices, and so just so everyone's aware, he said he's still working on this. So some of this isn't totally finished, and he said he's going to be working on up until Christmas on it. So if you search for his Facebook or Instagram, he has a link on there, and it opens up in Google Drive, and it's like shared, so you can see people like getting on and off of it.
I need to get back to Walmart there and get my Series S.
Yeah, and he has some sell go live times and stuff in here. Here's some, you can sort by systems, and it's totally
impressive. Yeah, very impressive.
Yeah, so props to him, kudos to him for putting this together.
Kudos to the what's his name again? The
cheap gamer. And I wanted to take credit for this all myself, but I can't because that wouldn't be fair.
Kudos to him. Yeah, it was great. This is great.
So real quick, my other shopping cart that I almost forgot about that I was talking about is Steam. And I have $99.88 of stuff in here right now, and I'm going to be purchasing that.
Hey, did you see, John? Sea of Thieves is only $23.99 on Steam right now.
It is, but it's also in Game Pass, so there's no reason to buy that.
Which I know, but I mean, if you only had a PC, that's a good game to get.
Well, if you had Game Pass on the PC, it's on there.
Well, that's true.
So I'm just going to run down through these real quick.
Not everybody has Game Pass, though. Yeah.
Right. So Dusk is a first-person shooter, kind of like Doom. This is I have played through the entire original Dusk. This is the Intruder edition. It comes with some extra stuff. Super Galaxy Squadron is made by the same company. It's a shmup. It's a shoot 'em up game. Overhead. U-Boat is a submarine simulator. I played. I believe it was called Grey Wolf back on when I was like very young for DOS or PC in the early 90s. I think it was called Grey Wolf, and it was kind of the same thing. So obviously this is more updated. It's on sale for $12.89, down from $30. Star Wars Republic Commandos down $3.49 from $10. Hunt Down I'd never even heard of until the other day. I saw somebody on YouTube playing it, looked pretty cool. It's $10 off. Days Gone is about $20 off. I'll pick it up for that. Divine Cybermancy, $3, the Chaos Engine, $4, Death Road to Canada, which is like a zombie survival thing that's like 8-bit, $6, Castle in Darkness, $5, Strife is another first-person shooter like Doom, $3.49, and Dusk 82 is actually based off of this Dusk game, but they made it, and I wanted to show it because it looks like an old C64 game, what they did with it, and I'll totally pay $5 for this, but it's kind of like yeah, doesn't that looks cool? And it's like an old DOS or C64 kind of.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Kind of
awesome.
What's like a rogue game where everything's kind of like procedurally generated and
right.
So
and that's cool.
And it's based off the first person shooter that I had talked about up here, the Dusk Intruder edition.
Right.
So I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't show me how much I saved, but I saved pretty much 50% for almost every title here. I'm sure this would be $200 instead of $100.
Oh, easily, yeah.
So that's what I've bought. So I've now spent $130 just tonight on games. So that's the tradition. Every year I'll spend money on stuff while we're doing these. So that's all I've got.
Hey, I've got one more thing. I want to that's sort of on my wish list, and I'm gonna stay with the Steam theme here. What do you guys think about this? The Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this is pretty cool. It's been getting some really good reviews.
I agree. And, and you know, I haven't done a whole lot of research on like what's powering it, what's in the guts there, but
like all in one, it's like portable PC gaming. It's like, what? It looks very impressive. I know it's a little pricey.
Yeah, how much is it?
$399. But
yeah, but it says here Steam Deck runs the latest AAA games and runs them really well.
It does.
So let's put it like this. Put it in perspective. For most of these titles that you're playing on there, like there you see Control, Doom Eternal. These are resource intensive games. You're going to need a laptop that's at least $800 to $1,000 to play these games. And would you say this was $300? You said this is $300.
Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna go back up to
plus it's handheld.
Here, yeah, right there.
Like the
$399, but it's not available till February. You can reserve it.
I think I might.
Do they have a browser on that?
I don't know. Let me check here.
Because if it did, you could stream all the Xbox games in Game Pass to it. So you would have, you could play the best game out there on it if it lets you have a browser. Or is Steam keeping it just for the Steam store?
Steam chat, you can do remote play. Start playing.
Surf the internet.
You can start playing on your PC and pick up where you left off on the Steam Deck. How about that?
Yeah, but I think it's only Steam games, right?
That's my understanding right now. We probably won't know until it comes out.
But it looks pretty big too. It's looks like it's about what, maybe 8-10 inches.
It almost looks a little too like wide almost. It's definitely wider than like a Switch, but I don't know. I think I'll.
So you can take your Steam library anywhere, apparently, you know.
Yeah, John, Mike, if I had to guess, I would say that it's probably Steam.
Right, but I thought I heard somebody was able to put, Game Pass on or somehow hack it or something. I don't know. I thought I heard something like that. I'll have to look it up. I'll do some research. We'll talk about it.
Let me see what I'm going to see what the hardware specs are on this. AMD custom.
It's pretty beefy, I think, for a handheld.
Yeah. Yes. Anyway, I was intrigued by this. For something portable, I just wanted to get everyone's take on it, even though it's not available yet. I know it's a little bit bigger, but I think my eyes aren't the best. So
no, I think the size is fine as long as it's not super heavy. And I think, like I said, for $400, to run for most like those titles like Doom Eternal, which I know is playing on the Switch, which is cheaper, but Control's not on the Switch, and there's some other titles there that aren't on the Switch.
So here's some of the specs here.
The PC you're going to be looking at is going to be at least $800 to run things like that.
So 64 gigs of memory. It's got a 256 SSD or 512, depending on what you expandable IO. So you can put it up onto like a big TV if you want, sort of like the Switch, right, Mike? You can throw the Switch up to a TV.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, hi-fi audio, wireless, 40 watt hour battery. So what's it saying, about 7 to 8 hours of battery life? Tech specs. Let's see what the tech specs say. Okay, so you got trackpad. I don't know what that means. Steam, left speaker, right speaker, quick access, trackpad. And you got a AB, XY menu. Okay, cool. So headphone jack, fan, USB-C. I thought I saw it had a micro SD card slot there too, as well. Oh, here's more specs here. Processor. So it's got pretty.
You can actually hook Cat 5 straight up to that, huh?
Does it have a thing for that?
Well, for the the dock. So the dock, so that you could get high speed, you know.
Oh yeah.
When you're playing on a TV, not when you're playing portable, but
right. Exactly. Nice. Huh. Wow. I guess you get a lot for 400.
Well, you see, there's 3 different versions of it.
Yeah, the cheapest one is the 399. Yeah. Let me see what it says here on the when you do the reserve. I want to see what the choose your. Oh yeah, see here, 64, 256, 512. So it gets pretty pricey there. I mean, this one here wouldn't be bad. This middle of the road one, I guess. But what are you getting extra? You're getting fast. Okay, you're getting faster storage because it's an SSD. That might be the one to go with that there.
Yeah.
Because this is on board, whereas this is an actual SSD.
Right.
So, and then that one has double that, obviously. So. All right. Well, I just thought that was interesting. I wanted to get a take on that, and I kind of like the portability factor. So,
but they're not selling them to what? The second quarter?
It's
February.
February. Oh wait, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Yeah, February isn't that long off, I guess.
Yeah, February of 2022. Yeah.
Correct.
Anyway, that was my last thing.
It was wonderful. It was great.
So very good. Very good.
Cool. Mike, do you have anything else for us?
I do not.
John, that was your last thing. I'm not going to go any further. I think we're probably getting close to 2 hours here. Which I know the one last year was like 4 hours, but that was just Mike and I just sitting there for rambling. But plus, so once again, this will be up by tomorrow morning on all the podcasting services, and it's going to remain on YouTube after it's done processing, so people can come back and watch it or whatever they want to. And then tomorrow we will be recording a podcast, which will be out Monday morning, that I talked about earlier. So with that, I bid everybody adieu. Thank you for tuning in to the Black Friday Live from Techegy podcast. We're back, baby, and possibly worse than ever, but we are here.
Yeah, but doesn't matter. We're back.
We're back after a very long hiatus.
And make sure everyone stay nerdy, my friends. Were you leaving? After
Mike, I was about to do it. I was like, I wonder. I was thinking in my head, can we do this without messing it up? And you messed it up before I even had a chance to say it.
Don't we?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna like lead into it, and I was gonna kind of like jest at the both of you, but yeah, okay. Stay nerdy, everybody. Mike,
Everybody
ruining
just stay
everything around
nerdy.
here. Stay nerdy, my friends.
Hey,
Gosh.
what do you want from